it's Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about food shortages and recent recalls, things like that. So I think it's safe to say that at this point, almost all of us have seen that there are current food shortages already. Things are tightening up in the grocery store. There are more holes every time we seem to go to the grocery store. So we really have to just keep plugging away, do the best we can to stock up on what we can. So, as this worsens and with droughts, with shipping problems, it's just only getting worse. And the cost of everything is skyrocketing. Gas here has officially hit $3.19 a gallon. So, that's not a lot for some places in the country, I know, but that's a whole dollar since January it's gone up, which that's a pretty short amount of time for that size jump. So, and I'm expecting it to get much, much worse. I'm sure that it is not going to get any better, and that adds to the costs rising even more. And recently, in the last week, I have seen 3 really big recalls, and I think those are going to play in effect. They're going to affect how much food is there. Well, one of the first one I saw was Omaha Meats recalled 300,000 pounds of meat. That is a huge amount of meat. It's going to affect how much meat is out there. It has to be distributed differently, all that stuff. So we really need to keep an eye on that stuff. Those are indicators and things that happen that are going to cause problems down the road. We may not see it today, but it's going to cause more problems. Another one that I saw was, what was it? It was like packaged lettuce and salads and things like that. And that's another recall. It's pretty frequent that it happens, and luckily lettuce is one of those things that can be regrown pretty quickly. But if the soil is bad, if that's causing the bacteria, then that could be a problem. It just adds to it, and it just makes it so much worse. It's going to spiral and continue until, it can only go so far until there's nothing left. But hopefully we don't reach that point. And with the cost rising so high, it really is it just adds that extra element on top that makes it more difficult for all of us. Another recall that I saw just this morning, I think it was announced a day ago, or on the 1st, I think I saw it, was when it was announced. But I just saw it this morning, and it is a recall on dog food. So I know a lot of us have been noticing that it's really slim pickings for cat food and things like that lately. So we've been pretty lucky with the brands that we buy for dog food to be able to keep that. They've kept that in stock. It's over the last year, we haven't had a lot of problems with dog food. I haven't seen that in my area. I have heard in other areas that they had trouble with it, but we haven't seen that. But with another dog food recall, there was one back in June, now another one now. That adds up. It's going to make it harder for people to find dog food. And I can't remember the brands, but all of these recalls, I'll put links down below so you can check if they affect you or not. Luckily, it wasn't any brands that we use for our family, so it's not really, I'm sure it's going to affect us in the long haul with all these other issues. And you combine all this stuff together, and it's just a perfect storm for disaster. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick today, and just keep your eye out for this stuff. It causes more stress on the food chain, on the shipping stuff. It just causes all kinds of problems, and it pushes it even more. And our food supply is pretty much pushed to the brink right now. We are seeing it you know, deteriorate in front of our eyes with all these holes and price increases, and, you know, products disappear, whole brands I've seen disappear, and, you know, new brands come in and they're what they are. Some are good and some are not so good. It's just, it's one of those times. It really is. This is rough. We've all got to be able to get through this. Don't stop stocking. Get what you can while you can, and keep everything as full as possible, because there's going to come a time that we can't get anything or we can't afford anything, and this just keeps spiraling. But we got this. Hang in there, and we're all going to get through this together. We'll make it. I'm sure we will. And that's it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.